quick adventure here. Little 2-day backpacking trip I got planned, or rather spontaneously planned here. I'm going into Iowa, less than a couple hours away from where I live. It's going to be in the Yellow River State Forest in Iowa, and it's there's about 25 miles or so of trail in this place, and I can probably configure a loop out of it. I'm gonna hike roughly 14-15 miles all told. It's already in the afternoon now, but it's been raining all morning, so I've been just trying to kill some time to have it burn off a little bit. That way I can get, you know, a few miles in today before I set up camp for the night. Tomorrow should be perfect. So all the heat that's been around here, it's been high 90s, it's been humid, it's been pretty miserable, but now it should be cool. I guess a little cold front has come through, so should be nice 2 days, or at least tomorrow should be really nice. Today will be wet, so I'll have to deal with that, but you can configure a loop out of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to kind of park in a spot and wind up in the same spot, and probably roughly 14 to 15 miles, I'd say, total over 2 days. You know, like I said, later start today, but tomorrow should be spectacular. Hopefully I'll get some views, but it's really overcast, so if not, whatever, it'll just be a nice, you know, quick little in and out. That's what a hamburger's all about, after all. Alright, so I'm sitting in the car here, waiting for it to stop raining. It looks like it's just about to stop. So I figured I'll go over the route. I've been looking at the map here. And let's see, where are we right now? Right now, we are right here. Okay. At the Forester Trailhead here. At the place where I had to check in for the overnight backpacking. So I've done that already. So I'm going to start here. And I'm going to go totaled up. I'm probably going to make it here. This is what I'm assuming, but I mean, there's other camps along the way. It just depends how I feel. About 4.8 miles over to Heffern's Hill Camp. Heffern's Hill Camp, I guess that's how you say it. It's going to be 4.8 miles total. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to go 4.8 miles, start down the Forester Trail, then down the Browns Hollow Trail, passing by Camp John Schultz, then around the Browns Hollow Trail again, keep going, and then passing by Browns Hollow Camp, and then eventually get to a gravel road here on Donahue Road, head north all the way up here, and then hit the Heffern's Hill Loop, and I'll probably stay here about 4.8 miles tonight at the Heffern's Hill Camp. Just depends how I feel. Maybe I'll go farther, maybe I'll stop earlier, who knows, who cares. And then tomorrow I'll continue on this loop here, the Heffern's Hill Loop, take this gravel road, whatever that's called, out around here, meet up with this equestrian trail, the shortcut trail they call it, head up here, and then back down a gravel overlook road, and then the backpack trail, meet up over here with the bluff trail, over to the Paint Creek overlook, and then keep following that bluff trail into the Paint Creek trail over here, all the way around the Nelson Bridge Loop, and then back around basically where I started, the Forester Trail, and then back up this White Pine Trail back to where I am right now. Now, what is the total for all that? Well, let me add it up. Okay, I did the math, and then all the way around that route I just described is 14.5 miles total. Alright, so I'm finally going to be starting on the hike. It's already 4:30. I'm just now starting because it just stopped raining. So I just been hanging out for hours because I didn't want to be like absolutely soaked when I got to camp, you know, because it is going to be a bit chilly tonight, you know, in the 50s, so yeah, I waited. So now it's finally, I mean, it's still overcast, but I saw a peek at the radar, and I don't think there's going to be any more rain tonight. So I think I'm good to go. So far really nice temperatures, but as you might imagine after a rain, mosquitoes are out pretty heavy. Off next to a little kind of creek here, you know, and I think I said 4.8 miles was my goal to get to that furthest camp. So I'm talking about, depending on terrain, which I don't know anything about since I'm kind of coming into this blind, should be about 2 hours, I'd say. So I've come to my first junction here, so that means I've gone 4/10 of a mile. I'm not going that way, I'm going this way, which is towards Browns Hollow Trail. And yeah, this has been really a beautiful hike. I'm quite impressed by the scenery. Just everything about it is really nice. The sounds, the serenity. You know, it's muddy, so the trekking is a little sloggy, but not too bad, not as muddy as I thought it would be. And you can see there's a nice wide berth here, so my feet aren't rubbing up against grass and stuff, so they're still dry. So yeah, not so bad so far. So I'm really glad that I have my trekking poles with me. It's been uphill pretty much the whole way, and you know, muddy, so I'm like sliding and stuff like that. So digging them poles in the ground has kept me from busting ass once or twice. So that's cool. Yeah, and I even saw the sun, like a sun shining through there. Right now it's overcast again, but believe it or not, the sun for about a minute was shining through. It's pretty incredible. Well, I've reached a spot. I'm not 100% sure which way to go. I mean, this says Backpackers Loop, go right. I never heard to this referred to as a Backpackers Loop, but there's no message of what goes that way, so I guess I'll go right. And looking at the map, there's nothing, that shows this at all, so that might just be a trail to nowhere, who knows. So I guess I'll go right, and then, of course it's uphill, but we'll see what happens. So, reached another junction here. This time there's no sign at all. I guess I'm going to go left. I mean, that appears like it may be just going out to like an overlook or something, I don't know. But I'll just try to remember that I went left here. At least it's on video. Alright, good news. We're at a sign. So here we are at the junction. Going that way, there's Camp John Schultz. And then I continue on the Browns Hollow Trail, which is where I'm going. That way, I think. I better check my map. Yeah, left is the right way. We're going to continue on this trail here. And that means I've gone 1.1 miles. And I'm not lost yet. So that's the most important thing. Yeah, just hopefully it won't be uphill too much now. I think I got to the top of some kind of plateau, so hopefully some nice flat walking for a bit. So now I've come to a gravel road here, and that sign on the other side of that sign, it told me to go right, so at the BP loop. It didn't fail me last time, so I suppose that's which way I go then. Still hiking on this gravel road here. Really beautiful scenery, and the ambiance with the bird calls, and very humid, but not especially hot. I'm guessing it's in the mid 70s. And overcast. Alright, here's a sign here. See what this says. Browns Hollow. Oh. Alright, it's come down to this. Got the head net on. It's getting kind of bad in here. But about 2.4 miles, I think, into it. And what did I say? 4.8? So I'm exactly halfway to the prospective camp for tonight. Alright, so we've reached the Browns Hollow camp area here, which is not where I'm staying, but just to give me an idea of the amenities at these campsites. Let me pull up my head net here. Just open flat ground. Okay, we got some seating taking place over here. So this camp is literally right on the trail. And that's a nice little fire pit area. And looks like I got a little trail to some water as well. Oh man, mosquitoes, I gotta put my head net back down. Look at this beautiful flower here. Wow, these mosquitoes are intense. Yeah, all along here there's little cutaways to more and more little camp areas, so there's significant, you know, sleeping or possibilities. There could be a lot of people camping out here is what I'm trying to say. So I've been hiking along this flowing creek here, still near that camp area, but these mosquitoes are really, really heavy. Alright, I've reached something called Donahue Road, and BP Loop tells me to go left. Let's check the map, but I believe that sign. You know, why wouldn't I believe it? So you can see that here on Donahue Road, it's actually flooding over the road itself. So I doubt I'll see any car traffic, assuming this is open to traffic. I think I actually saw it off the highway. I think you could drive on it, but I don't think anybody would in these conditions. There's been a lot of flooding around here recently. A lot of downed trees from the soft earth just falling over. And yeah, hopefully I won't run into anything that I have to, you know, get wet to pass through. I don't think I will. Oh, man, the squids. But I have a mile and a half left to go to that campsite, so here we go. Some more of these orange flowers. Man, these are pretty neat. Man, just can't stop though. The mosquitoes there. They take that as a cue to come and pounce. Probably a mile away. Wind's picked up. That's nice, it's blowing the bugs away. Hope it stays with this steady breeze like this until I get into my tent. Okay, come to a bridge here this way, and this soggy direction. Saddle Loop. I don't think I'm going there, but I'm gonna go to this bridge and have a look at the map just to make sure. Don't need no Can't make out that. Anyway, here's the bridge. Just past the bridge is where I turn right, and I'm only 3/10 of a mile from that campsite. But I was looking at the map. I might want to go farther. I don't know, because I don't have to stay at this backpacking campsite. I could stay at the other campgrounds along the way. This Frontier Campground, Creekside Campground, and Little Paint Campground. So I might keep going to one of those. I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I get to Heffern's. I've made it to Heffern Hill here. Let's check it out. It's really buggy though. So here's the little camp, fire pit, and here's the place where I could stick my tent if I wanted to. I was kind of hoping it would be more open, but it is not. This is going to be extremely buggy. Let me think about it for a minute. And so right here, Heffern Hill, it's 1.4 miles to this Frontier Campground. We're going around there. And then another, let's say it's 2 miles or so to this Creekside Campground. And then we'll say 2.5 miles or so to the Little Paint. So that's an hour if I want to go all the way there. I think that's probably the most established campground. They even have a vault toilet there, so I think it's worth it. Another hour. So it's about 6:35 right now, so it takes me an hour to get there. Then 7:30, I still should have another hour plus of daylight to get there. So that should be enough to get there. I should be fine. Wow, this is like straight uphill. And there's like down trees you gotta crawl under, and mud that's pushing me backwards. Man. Hopefully I get to the top of this bitch and then start heading back down pretty soon. Otherwise that hour goal is unlikely. Oh my god. I think I might be at the top now. Might have made a mistake. Had I known it was going to be this kind of climb. I haven't eaten anything today either. I mean, this morning, it's like 8 a.m. Finally had my first drink of water. I just couldn't hold it anymore. But oh my god. It's plateaued somewhat. Mosquito Pond. I have no idea how far I am, but yeah, it was slow sledding uphill there. Man, thank God I'm not climbing like I was. Oh, there's some kind of sign up here. Maybe I'll get an update. That was just straight downhill mud slick. My saving grace. Wow. Finally got down to the bottom. That was sketchy. Oh, had to go down sideways. Well, this is quite a bit more than I thought I was getting into. So I finally made it out of Heffern Hill there, and I'm merging back out on Donahue Road here. Boy, that whooped me. But it's nice being out in the open, in the flat though. And looks like we got a little, this must be that Frontier camp. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Maybe I'll post up here. Certainly gonna take a rest anyway. Alright, so here I am at the Frontier Campground. Looks like maybe a little less than a mile to get to the Little Paint there if I want to get that far. There's also a creekside in between. I think I'm going to hike a little bit more. Let's see, what time is it right now? It is 7:24. I think we're okay. Keep going. There's the creekside camp down there. Passing by that one now. Now, I'm going to just keep going to the Little Paint. Sunny. Jenny. Tom and Mary. Now, crossing the State Forest Road. Heading to the old Little Paint campground. Alright, so there's my little campsite here. Just got done cooking couscous and box of couscous and a pouch of lemon pepper chicken. So, and I bought some olive oil with me too. Wow. Alright, it's morning of day 2. I'm here at Little Paint Campground. I got 7 miles left to go. I went 7.5 miles yesterday, so I'm starting roughly here, and I'm going to go on this little shortcut trail up and around, over through the backpack trail, and then follow on the bluff trail, which I hear is the kind of the best part of the trail. And then I'm going to take this Paint Creek trail back out again, around again, then around the Forester Trail, into the White Pine Trail, and then back to my truck here. So that's a total of 7 miles today, 7.5 yesterday, 14.5 total. Had some oatmeal, got everything just about packed up, and I'll be on the trail in a couple minutes. Well, I'm back on the trail. It's probably 9:30 or so, and yeah, I just took as much time as I could this morning. Gonna wait for it to warm up a little bit. Only got 7 miles to go, so here we go. Let's play then. So I'm continuing on this shortcut trail here, which, as you see, is a dual use for horses and hikers. So there's clumps of shit along the trail, but it's nice and wide. I haven't seen any horses. I mean, I imagine it's probably, you know, the weather is, plus the fact that it's the middle of the week, I'm not likely to see any. A lot of these mushrooms out here. So I've been out about a mile or so. So about 6 left. Alright, a bit of a confusing junction here. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and follow the BP loop, but right here, backpack trail to Larkin Valley. But is this the Overlook Road? I don't know. Well, I sure hope this is the right way, because it's like a march straight uphill. Oh, right here is the little turnoff. I just happened to look over. I think this is where I go, BP loop. Probably about 2 miles in. So I got about 5 left. That last mile was hard though. It was uphill. Whole way. Alright, I made it to this bluff trail junction. So think about 2.3 miles in. Nice forested hike today. Not much air movement, but temperature is low. But still very, very muggy. I look like I'm about to go down. On the edge of a farm here. Back to climbing up here, hill here on the bluff trail. Well, this bluff section is a beautiful section of trail. Nice fern forest here. I'm starting to go downhill now. Yeah, really, really peaceful. I've reached the Paint Creek overlook here. Just sitting down and having a rest. Some kind of campground down there. Outhouse anyway. Here's my sack. There's me. I think there's about 4.2 miles left to go. Shagbark hickory. Alright, trail's going to go straight downhill now. So, I'll be walking very carefully. Okay, so I just came down there and very, very slippery, very steep. And now, I think this is the Paint Creek trail. I think I'm supposed to go left. Here's the Paint Creek right here. See what goes on this way. Well, I actually went the wrong way, but I'm really close to my truck right now, so I think I'm just going to walk to my truck and drop off my pack and just do the rest. I mean, there's no sense in carrying it around unnecessarily. I don't need anything in it anymore other than the water. Alright, back to the truck here. I think I might call it a hike. And there's only 3 miles or so left, maybe a little less. And it's just following the Paint Creek there along it and then back around, and then it would come back out right there. So yeah, I'm satisfied.